I'm Nick with Datawrx, and today in this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of everything MyVends does. We're going to go from what we see now, the dashboard, to the machine's profile, to the settings, and some more stuff like the reports page. But to start, we're going to start with the dashboard. This is the first screen that you'll see when you log in. It's going to give you a breakdown of your total sales, your water and ice sales, and then those individualized. And then down here on the table below, we have a lot more information being shown. This table can be customized by using this drop-down menu here, and anything that doesn't really apply to your business, you can click away so that you don't see it. For example, I don't have any small bags on my machine, so I can click that out and my table will reflect that. We'll also see a lot more information regarding the machine status, such as these little icons here. This green icon means that everything's going fine, but as you can see, my machines are also having some problems, like these door opens, air pressure sensor, and network errors because these are connected right now. And all these icons are going to show up at the bottom here with what they actually are.
So from the MyVends dashboard, you can get to the machine's profile by pressing on these status icons. In the machine's profile, you'll be able to see the status of the PLC, the MDB Pro, and if you have the ice maker remote control wired up, you'll be able to see it here as well. So scrolling back up to the top, we'll see that all the status icons are popped up here with their label and just a little description of what's going on. Um, you'll also see the PLC legend right here, where you can toggle on and off these little descriptions for what the outputs and inputs are. And then even more helpful are the buttons on the right side. These may appear below the PLC status or to the right of it, depending on what your Windows size is. We have the credit button. You can reset the credit. You can put the machine out of service and reset the PLC. There are specific ways that you need to press some of these buttons. For example, if I were to vend a bag, first I would have to give a remote credit and then give a bag. And even more specifically, if I want to reset the PLC, I would first need to put it out of service, then I can reset the PLC. And then over here on the right, we also see our bag count and cash sales. So to load the bags, you can click load bags here and it'll bring up a window asking for the bag quantity you'd like to add. You can reset how much cash you have in the machine right now on MyVends only. This won't affect the MDB Pro. And then below here, we'll have the machine log. This may appear on the right, like on my screen, or it may appear below the ice maker status. But here in the machine log, it gives you a just a list of recent events, and you can scroll all the way back as far as you want. But to get a little bit more in depth, you can press this little button here, which will take you to a page specifically for the machine log. In the machine log page, we'll find all the events listed down in chronological order with a timestamp on the left, the machine, and then what type of action or event or alert was triggered. So as I can see right here, the door was opened at 11:32 a.m. at Harry Hines, and then it was closed shortly after. I can also see that there was some harvesting going on, that my ice maker stopped. I see when all these bags and bulk were vended, and this screen really helps with some troubleshooting as you can filter through the search bar. So if I type in then bulk, I can get all my bulk VINs in this time frame. The time frame can also be changed in this little window here. You can change what date it was from, and then to, and then specifically what time you're looking for. Next, I'm going to go over the settings page for your machines. Over on the left, you'll see these icons, and the settings page is on the cog wheel. Clicking this will get you to your machines list. So here I have my 3 machines, and this little pencil icon here will take you to the settings page. You can edit the address of your machine, its name, you can see who the owner is, you can enable bag counts, and this will come in handy later, but you can edit the business hours of the machine as well. Be sure to always hit save after editing any of these settings. So as we continue further down, you'll see the notifications. These are the settings for any alerts or notifications that you'll get specifically for this machine. I'm just going to give an example here. If we scroll down to the low bags notification, it reads notify when the bag count is less than this set amount, which is right now 100. Whenever the bag count that we saw in the machine profile falls below 100, you'll get alert on the dashboard, on the machine's profile, and an alert on your phone that the bag count has dropped. So scrolling down below the notifications, we find the product prices section. Here you can edit what prices are recorded when a product is purchased. So right now I have my bags being sold for $3 and my bulk being sold for $2. Whenever a bag is bought, then $3 will be recorded in your reports page, which we'll go over in a little bit. This, however, does not affect the MDB Pro. The MDB Pro and MyVends are 2 separate entities. And if your prices differ between the two, when you look at the sales information on the MDB Pro, it will be different from MyVends. You'll also see down here that we have water vendor support. So you can set the prices for your 1, 3, 5, and rents. If you just have a 1 and 5 water vendor, this will not affect you. And that goes for the same for the price 3. If you don't have a third price, then this number won't affect you either. So next we're going to go over your personal notifications. This is where you're going to be able to change what notifications you do receive across the board, all of your machines. So if you didn't just see profile setting, and this is where you can change your display name. This will help if you have multiple team members in your company working on these machines. You can update your password here, and then here's the more important part I want to go over, which is user notifications. If you don't already have it enabled, you could do that here. You can set the notifications to be sent via email or through pushover. If you haven't set up pushover yet, please check out our video. It goes over how to do that. And then on the right, you'll see all the list of notifications you could receive. So right now, I'll be notified if the air pressure sensor is triggered, but not when it's resolved. You can do that by just toggling this. We also have a quiet hours functionality, which allows you to disable any notifications during a set time. So right now, I have my time set from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Any notifications that doesn't have this toggled, I will not receive them during this set time period. Next, we're going to go over the 2 report pages. We can find the first one right underneath this home screen with this little signal icon. And the hourly report is going to focus on the last 24 hours of your machine. So up here, we can see the current conditions, like the harvest to vend ratio, the weather, and the current status. And then we'll see ice vents, water vents broken down, and then we'll see the activity in the last hour. represented in this bubble graph and in this table here. Up at the top, you can change which machine you're looking at, and you can also change the time frame need be.
The next page that we're going to talk about is the range reports page. That's going to be shown by this little line graph icon here. And in this page, you'll see all the sales data broken down by date range, by year to year, and what the cash reports look like. This first page is going to show you most of the sales data uh, in a desired time frame shown here. You can change these values to be shown with water and ice sales or individualized by water and ice. You can also change what machines you want to see. So I'm going to only look at my Harry Hines machine and deselecting all of these. And now I only see my Harry Hines machine. You can also exclude data by taking them out of the graphs here. You also have this nice table down here if that's something you prefer to look at more. This is also customizable like the dashboard. The next reports page that we're going to look at is the annual reports. This is going to show all the sales data broken down month to month and grouped by years. So as I scroll down, I see that the years we go back in time. The last range report is the cash out report. This shows you the sales data that you get from the MDB Pro when you hit reset or when you do a cash out on the MDB Pro. You can also do a cash out on MyVends, but it will give you less data as we see here. These tables on any of the reports page can be exported to your clipboard or be downloaded to a CSV file or Excel, or it can be printed out. All these reports pages can be filtered by dates or machines or sale types. The last page that we're going to go over is the scheduler page. This page is where you can create schedules for your ice makers to turn on and off. You can edit and delete these schedules. We actually have a whole video that goes over this page and how to create schedules, so check that out in our other videos. And then this other tab just shows the status of all your ice makers and their remote controls. So as we can see, this ice maker at Harry Hines is off and my test benches ice maker is on. That's the end of the MyVends tour, and I hope that this video kind of broke down all of MyVends' more prominent features. MyVends is always growing and getting better, so any new features you will receive a notification on the screen for, and there will be more helpful videos and documentation that will come out to explain these new features as well. A lot of documentation is found on this little question mark bubble down here, where you can look at a variety of information that's already been documented for you. You can also reach out to our support line where you can call or text us, or if you just want to send a quick email, you can also do it through the question mark bubble. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy MyVends.